How are you enjoying this transition into fall? I am accepting it with open arms, and this transition into fall is really stirring up that desire to create and slow down and focus on even more simple projects like this leaf garland. If you're looking for a slower and fulfilling project, this is the project for you. You can use scrap fabric for this project and really put that fabric to use. First, you're going to download the pattern, which you can find linked below by subscribing to our newsletter. After you cut out your pattern pieces, prepare the fabric by ironing each scrap fabric piece. Now fold the scrap fabric in half, right sides together, with enough room all around for the leaf pattern to sit on top with about 1/4 of an inch around it. Pin the pattern to the fabric and trace around the leaf shape with about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Now change the stitch length of your sewing machine to 1.5 millimeters or less. This will make sure that when you turn your leaf shape right side out, it doesn't create holes, and you can go around those sharp edges and make sure that they will be prominent. On your leaf pattern, you will find where you want to leave your openings, where you want to start and stop your sewing stitches. So keep that in mind when you start sewing and where you finish. Now take some zigzag shears. This is an optional step, but will help with fraying. And you want to cut around the leaf shape. When you get to the opening section, you can leave a little extra fabric. This will help you close up this opening once you are finished stuffing it and doing all the next steps. Carefully turn the leaf shape right side out and use a skewer or chopstick or something pointed to make the edges prominent and around the curves. I follow this with an iron and go back and forth between using a skewer and pointing out the edges and then ironing again, and it makes the leaf shape more prominent. Now use a small amount of filling to insert into the leaf shape. You don't want to add too much, just enough to give it a little shape. You could also use scrap fabric or some other kind of filling if you have it on hand. This is a great project to use up those scraps with. Now go to the part where it's the opening on your leaf pattern and fold the fabric inwards and iron. This might take a little bit of time to make sure that the fabric is staying in place. Now starting on the inside, you're going to sew an invisible stitch using your needle and thread. Sew up this opening by grabbing the fabric on the inside of the leaf and then on the other side of the opening on the inside of the leaf again. So keep doing this stitch back and forth until the opening is now closed. Now you can iron this and press it, and it gives it a nice shape. Draw out the leaf veins with a water-soluble pen or chalk. Now use embroidery floss and an embroidery needle to sketch out the designs on the leaf with a stitch. First, you'll insert the needle through the back of the leaf, pull the thread all the way through, and insert it back into the leaf. Skip a stitch and go back through the leaf and come back to meet the previous stitch. Now, when you're all finished with all of the leaves, use a thin string to weave through the ends of the leaves and hang up in your favorite place. If you're looking for more simple sewing tutorials like this one, you can click the next video and don't forget to subscribe.